am the Outreach Manager with the Merc Co+op, and I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on knife skills. Now, this is something that we have whole classes on at the Co+op, so this is just an introduction for what you need to know to get started, to both keep yourself safe in the kitchen and to make sure your time is a little more efficient. So, with that, we're going to talk about holding your knife and holding whatever you're cutting. Now, I would recommend finding a knife that just feels comfortable to you in terms of weight, in terms of length. The grip that we're going to use on the knife is going to be the same no matter what knife you're using. So first, let's talk about how to not hold your knife. So a lot of times you'll see folks hold the handle of the knife with their whole hand around it. And the trouble with this is it leaves a lot of wiggle room here. But if instead, just above your handle here, you place your thumb on the blade itself, and on the other side, you're pinching it with your pointer finger, and then wrapping the rest of your fingers around, it's going to give you a lot more control, and there's not a lot of wiggle room there, and that'll help keep you safe as you're cutting. The other thing you need to know about how to grip is whatever it is that you're cutting. So I've got a carrot here, and there's a couple things to think about. First, if whatever you're cutting is longer than the blade of your knife, it's going to make it tricky to cut long ways. This object also rolls on you, so you want to create a flat surface as soon as you can. So how are we going to do that? How are we going to make a flat surface when the object is slightly longer than our knife? We're just going to cut it in half. To do that, this is your basic grip. Whenever you're holding something down to cut it, is you're going to, instead of extending your fingers, you're going to curl the tips of your fingers under into a claw shape. And that way, as you're cutting along, you bump into your knuckles and you're never at risk of cutting your hand. So we're just going to cut this carrot in half. That's kind of a rocking motion down and through. So now we have two pieces that are shorter than our blade. And now we need to make it so that it's nice and flat and it doesn't roll. So in that case, we need one other grip. It's called a bridge. We're going to hold on to the carrot and put the blade of the knife in between, underneath our bridge, hold firmly, and cut down with that same rocking motion. So now we have two flat surfaces to work with that aren't going to roll around, which will keep us safe again. We go back to our claw grip to hold on to these pieces, and then we rock our blade through what we're cutting into nice even pieces. And that's going to help make sure that everything cooks at about the same rate if those pieces are about the same size. So that is just an introduction to review. Hold your knife with the thumb and forefinger holding the blade so you have control. Hold whatever it is you're cutting, either by making a flat surface using the bridge or using your claw hand to hold things in place. We have more information about more detailed cuts and the kinds of cuts you might see in recipes on the blog post that accompanies this video, so feel free to check those out. And happy cooking!